Thanks for tuning in to the Auto Insider. Today on the Auto Insider, we're reviewing this 2021 Kia Sorento. This is the hybrid edition of the Kia Sorento, something like the Santa Fe that we reviewed recently from Hyundai. And you know, we were in love with the X line of the Sorento, and we really liked the Hyundai Santa Fe hybrid as well. So it only stands to reason that we're gonna love this Kia Sorento hybrid. Well, not so fast. This one didn't really strike us like the Santa Fe did. Maybe it's because of these low budget wheel and tires on here. The package just makes the vehicle look a lot less impressive than its X line label mate, and even its Hyundai Santa Fe rival. Well, the Hyundai Santa Fe doesn't have a third row seat. This Sorento does. So if you're looking for a midsize SUV and you need room for more people behind that second row, the Sorento may be the vehicle for you. I just wish they had made it look a little bit better. Now this EX is the middle of the line for the Kia Sorento models, so maybe that tells the story. But we'll go inside, we'll see what's good about this vehicle, what we liked, what we didn't like so much. For starters, on this EX version, it's really toned down. Not as many of the bells and whistles as we saw on the Hyundai Santa Fe just recently, and nowhere near as many bells and whistles as we saw on the X line. And then there's this wheel and tire package. It just screams low budget, but it's not all bad. When we go inside, you do have an option of a third row in this Sorento. Don't know why you need a third row in a midsize SUV, but we'll check it out, see what we think about it. So one place I would like to see Kia update on this infotainment system here on the hybrid EX is get to the different screens to make changes. Now I love the buttons here. So I can go in and I can make changes here, and I can change my radio stations, I can find them, and I can set them here. I like that piece. I also like that I have a home button, makes it easy to go back to. I like the fact that I have all these buttons here, redundancies to set my HVAC, temperature up and down. I have controls here for the heated seats. Nice little place. 3 USB charging ports, a place to plug up and have the infotainment system mirror the phone. I like that you have a tray here for the phone to lay and charge, although I'll say I did like the one in the other vehicle we had last week from Hyundai, where there was a little slot right here that the phone just slid into, so it didn't move around. This does though seem to work pretty well. Phone didn't move, so it did stay charged. But when we go back to this infotainment screen, touch screen works well, but when we go to our all menus and I want to go and start setting things up, it's a little bit more difficult to figure out where to get. But it's here, it works well. It's one of the things you'll have to get used to, but not as many functions here as the other vehicles that we've tested, but it does work okay. Just not a lot of glamour, not a lot of things there for you to play with. But for those of you who don't like a lot of those touch screen functions, like myself, self-proclaimed lover of buttons and switches, then this Kia Sorento should fit right in. But buttons aren't missing. Here, well, you do have controls for your intelligent cruise control, your vehicle lane keep assist. You can go through your menus here on the screen. It works really well going through and navigating through all the different options here. You also have options here for your volume control. You can change your radio stations to where you answer your phone with your Bluetooth wireless connectivity. You have the auto headlights with the auto dimming feature. And then over here you also have your automatic settings for your windshield wiper. The screen here is large. You can see everything there, so it's very legible. You can go in here and you can adjust all your driver attention settings here. You can go, if you want to check these out, you have the option of changing those and setting how sensitive you want them to be. Really great feature, because some of you like me don't want to there. Because I'm driving a hybrid and you can't hear it, this notification comes up over and over, let you know that the vehicle will turn itself off in 20 minutes, 24 minutes if you don't turn it off yourself. Take that off. Here's where you can set your lane keep assist. Hold this, you can open the touch-free tailgate. You have your safety modes for your parents here to lock the windows and lock the doors so that your young people can't open the doors and jump out if you're parked on the side of the road. What it does is it'll keep that door locked so they won't jump out into moving traffic. Really like that feature. When we look across the dashboard here, not as luxurious as the X-Line Prestige, but you're looking at about $8,000 to $9,000 difference in the price. So you wouldn't expect all that luxury in this vehicle. That said, it's not bad. Black flat materials here. You have your separate drive modes. You have Eco and Sport and Smart. And Smart will just figure out how you're driving and it will adjust itself accordingly. Downhill brake control. You also have the camera view. You only have a couple of views, so that is one of the things you will have to upgrade to a more expensive model to get the different camera views, but it's to be expected. When you pay less, you get less. Nice cup holder space here. Nice little storage here for things you want to keep. This tray is removable, so that's a great little place. And it's got decent space in here for cargo. Parents will love that. You have cup holders also in the door, as well as cup holders here in the rear doors. You have captain's chairs there in the second row seats with armrests, and those seats do adjust forward and back, and they do recline. And you have the third row seats folded flat. So in this case, you have tons of cargo space with that third row of seats folded down. And for you really busy parents, here's a feature that we love. Whenever you exit the Kia Sorento and those back doors have been opened, you'll get a reminder to check the back seat to make sure you don't leave anyone behind. Another thing to brag about on the Sorento: keyless entry for your rear hatch, easy access to cargo here on the third row, and even easier access for cargo capacity on the second row. Seats folded, trip to the big box door should be no problem at all. We would like to have seen some storage here beneath the floorboard, but here's where your battery is and tools for your spare tire. Third row passengers have USB charging ports, as well as cup holders and cubbies so they don't feel left out. And access to the third row is simple for a child and not so bad for an adult. The seat bottom is really close to the floor, so I wouldn't recommend this for a long trip for adults, but night out on the town may not be so bad. And it's just as simple to get out as it was to get in. And there are no downfalls to this second row. Seats are comfortable and spacious. You have USB charging ports here in the back of the front seats, as well as an additional charging port here below these two AC vents. Armrests are adjustable. It feels like captain's chairs. And oh yeah, we almost forgot. We averaged 32.1 miles per gallon in the city.
Well, thanks for watching. That's all the time we have today for this 2021 Kia Sorento Hybrid. Well, hope you enjoyed the video more than we enjoyed the vehicle. And it's not really so bad. Just a bit underpowered. Not really a fan of these low budget wheel and tires they put on here. But all in all, if you're looking for a vehicle with great fuel economy and the ability to carry 2 extra passengers behind the second row, this may be a consideration for you. And as far as whether it's hot or not really hot, but it'll do in a pinch. Well, for more of the Auto Insider and what's new, what's hot, and what's not, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and then download the SoundCloud app, and you can hear all of our reviews there in their entirety. Until next week, I'm Daryl Killian for the Auto Insider.